Good morning. Okay, you guys know what I do when I get on these things. I am up, I am doing my Bible time, and the whole point when I get on these things is to try to break down this Bible, to make it relatable, to try to help you understand it, to help you try to grasp it. I have not always been a believer. I know how hard of a read this Bible is, but I've been doing it 12 years now, and God has gotten a hold of me, and He's opened my eyes. And what I want to do when I get on these things is I want to open your eyes. And I want, the whole goal is to help you know who God is. Because if you know who God really is, you will start turning and trusting your life to Him instead of trusting your life either to your own self, which is so much stress, so much pressure that you just can't keep up with, or trusting your life to other people, other broken people who see things different than you and feel things and do things different than you. And so you put all of your hopes in other people and you end up disappointed. I have learned when you put your hope in God, He changes everything. He's a good God. But this Bible, especially if you've ever been in the Old Testament, this Bible, it's a tricky read. And so I want to break apart a verse here that I know when I read this Bible in the beginning of my faith journey, 10 or 11, 12 years ago, if I would have read this verse 12 years ago, I would have been like, this God, I'm not following a God like this. I'm not following some big, bully, narcissistic, do it the way I say it, or you're going to burn in hell. I don't need a God like that. I'd rather go on my own and mess it up than to follow a God like that. But that's not the heart of God. That is not the heart of God. And so I'm going to read this verse to you, and I'm going to see how you relate to this verse. I want you to sit with it for a minute and ask yourself, how do I hear these words? And then I'm going to explain to you the heart of God with these words, okay? This is the verse. This is Jeremiah chapter 11, and it is verse 4. And this is God speaking. And God says, cursed is the man who does not obey the words of this covenant, which I commanded your fathers in the day I brought them out of the land of Egypt from the iron furnace, saying, obey my voice and do according to all that I command you. So you shall be my people and I will be your God. Goes on to say, I promised you this land of milk, or a land flowing with milk and honey, and that all will be well with you. I don't know about you, but I hear those words like command and obey and cursed, and I'm like, no thanks. I don't think I need to be a part of anything that this God. Let me tell you really what God is saying here. I want to put it to you in real life context. I want you to imagine, if you will, a dad taking his child to one of those big giant rock wall places, okay? And I want you to imagine the dad standing at the bottom with his kid who's never been there before, doesn't have any idea how to do it, is scared how to do it because he's climbed real life trees and he's fallen before. So this kid's got all sorts of nervousness and what have you. And the dad is going, listen, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Listen to my words, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. And if you do exactly what I tell you to do, you're going to make it to the top. You're going to overcome your fears. You're going to see that I'm going to hold you. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to show you how to do it so you won't fall. And it's going to go well with you. But if you don't, if you try to get up there and you get scared and you don't want to listen to me and you don't believe me and you don't trust me, then the word cursed is an English word. If you go back to like the Greek and the Hebrew terms, lots of times this translation gets people confused. Basically what the dad is saying is, but if you don't listen to me, if you get up there and you get scared and you try to take everything into your own hands, you're going to fall. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to slip. So the kid starts going and the dad commands. That's the word, command. We don't want to be commanded, but basically the dad is telling the kid, hey, put your left foot there. Put your right hand here. You're doing it. You're doing it. Put your left foot there. Oh, I know that you want to grab that one, but I'm telling you, you got to move your foot before you can move your hand. And the dad is commanding his child how to get up this rock wall so that he can be successful. That's God. When God is telling you, follow my commandments. God gave 10 commandments. Okay, that's it. 10. And then all of these priests and all of these Pharisees and all of these religious leaders, they added a bunch more. They were thinking, oh, if 10 is good, then 100 is better. And we're going to make all these people follow these rules so that God really knows that we love him. God didn't do that. God says it in the Bible a bunch of times, especially in the Old Testament. God says, you guys got it wrong. He's like, you're doing a bunch of things in my name. I never told you to do that. God is patient. God created you as a parent. As if you're a parent watching this and you decided, I want to have a kid. I want to raise a kid. I know how ugly this world is. I know what a mess it is, but I'm going to love this kid and I'm going to raise this kid up right. And I'm going to give this kid all of it needs, despite how scary this world is. God is your parent. He loves you. And he's got commandments, which are rules, which any good parent has rules. Don't go in the road or you're going to get ran over. That's God saying one of his commandments. Don't be jealous of your neighbor, okay? Your neighbor's going to have good stuff, but I'm going to give you stuff too. You know, the parent says, hey, don't eat 20 pounds of chocolate. You're going to get a bellyache, right? Like it looks like that parent's being mean, but really that parent is loving their child. That's God saying, don't even look at another woman. Don't even think about it. Water the grass where your marriage is, because you start venturing off, you start getting annoyed, you start looking at everything that is wrong with them and talking to other people. You're going to fall out of love. It's going to ruin your marriage. I want things to go well with you. And so I want you guys, as you're reading your Bible, if you don't read your Bible, I want you to pick it up. I want you to get to know the heart of God. Start in the New Testament. Jesus came. And people are like, well, why is Jesus so confusing? Why is he speaking all of these parables? Let me tell you why Jesus speaks in these parables. Number one, a commitment or a relationship, it takes time to build, right? If you meet somebody, you're not instantly just going to jump right into, I love this person, I trust this person, I know everything about this person. A relationship takes time to build. And so Jesus wants to spend time with you. He wants you to get to know who he really is by spending time with him. So he speaks in these parables because if Jesus just gave it to you straight, this is what people have a tendency to do. And again, check yourself here. Check yourself here. People have a tendency to get these rules and go, you're supposed to honor your spouse. Okay, let's use that one for an example. And then people have a really, really, really easy way of looking at their spouse and going, you're doing it wrong. You don't do this for me. You don't do that for me. You always do this. You always do that. And they take those rules, those commands that Jesus has given you, and they turn them as a weapon against the person that's not doing it right. Instead of looking at their own self in the mirror and go, ooh, I don't do that. I'm not good at that. I could be better at that. And so Jesus says, if you spend some time with me, I'm going to speak in these parables, but I'm going to change your heart in the process, and I'm going to build your faith in the process, and I'm going to build this commitment in the process so that you quit looking at everything and everybody around you as the problem, and you start looking at yourself going, how can I heal so I'm not triggered so much? How can I grow in grace so I can learn to love my person as they are? How I want to be loved. How can I learn to do that? So that's why Jesus speaks in these parables. It's because he wants to know that you love him. He wants you to love him like he loves you, and he wants a relationship with you, and those relationships take time. So if you have watched this, if you stuck with this whole thing, this is a hard thing to learn. Whether you've grown up in the church and you've learned all the rules, or whether you don't know God at all, which I didn't know God at all. It takes a long time to learn it, and everything of this world says, do you. Do you and you'll be happy. Satisfy you and you'll be happy. Get the right spouse and you'll be happy. Well, if any of you are ever been married or in a long-term relationship, there is no right one. You got to make it right. You got to work for it. You got to get rid of your own scars and wounds and triggers and love with service, not love with give me, do this for me and do that for me. You know, we all have things that we have to heal. all have things that we have to heal. And this world will keep dragging you into, well, just get high, just get drunk, just have a good time. That's going to make it better. Well, it's one of Satan's lies. That's right. It is true. It is fun. It does make it better until it doesn't. Till you're addicted, till you're poor, till you're hungover, till you're dead, till you're missing out on your whole life because you're doing these things. Just get all that money. That money will make you happy. It's true. A lot of money does make you happy, but a lot of money requires more work, and a lot of money you end up buying a bunch more stuff, so then you have a bunch of stuff and no money and more bills because you end up putting it on credit card. Like everything of this world is going to leave you, it's going to pull you in because it's half true. That's how Satan works. That's how this world works. What they're telling you is true. Getting drunk, it is fun. Getting high, it is fun. Going out and gambling, it is fun. You know, getting that great relationship, it is fun. Making all that money, it is cool. Until it's not. And that's everything of this world. But God is everything he promises to be, but God is slow. God doesn't make all these promises to you and then give them to you just like that. God says, I want a relationship with you over the course of your life. I want to get in there. I want to shine my light in there. I want to heal your scars. I want to bring alive all of the beauties that I've created in you. And I want you to get to know me as a good father who loves you. And in this world, you're going to have trouble. It's the whole point of this world. People want to be mad at God for all the ugliness in the world. But at the end of the day, that's not God. That's people. That's people. God says love. Love your people. God says, go look up those 10 commandments in the Old Testament. What does God say? He says, don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie, don't commit adultery. Love, honor your mother and father. Honor them. That means respect people that are older than you. You don't know the scars that they have. You don't know the troubles that they've had. You don't know the childhood that they suffered that have left them scarred. So you might not agree with them, but honor them. That's hard for a lot of us. What else does he say? Don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie, honor your mother, honor your father, take care of the widow, give. You got $100 in your pocket and you see some homeless guy sitting on the street and you can't afford to give them $10. He says, take care of the fatherless. Take care of these kids that are bad, rotten kids that need love more than anybody. That's what God wants. He's a good dad that expects us to love all of our brothers and sisters, and he expects us, he wants us, he calls us to listen to his commands, his rules, because he's a good parent, and he wants it to go well for us. And the word cursed just means if you do it on your own, you're going to get tripped up. You're going to get lost. You're going to get stuck in toxic cycles. You're going to get depressed. You're going to put all the pressure on you to make it happen, and that's going to tire you out. You're going to put all the pressure on everybody around you to make you happen, and that's going to tire you out. But God says, I'm faithful. I'm graceful. And it took me a long time. This is the last one that I'm going to go because I'm learning this right now. God has nothing but grace for us. God has grace. He has grace, and he has mercy, and he has love, and he gets it. God came to the world as Jesus. He knows how bad people are and how hard life is. He has lived the whole thing, so he gets it. But lots of times when we're trying to learn how to accept this grace of God, we are also holding on to condemnation still. And condemnation is guilt and shame and anger and unforgiveness. And we either hold on to it for our own selves, like, I should be a better wife. I should be more loving. I should do this. I should do that. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. We hold on to that, and that just goes round and round in our head for all the things we should have done or not done. Or on the opposite side of it, we look at other people and we condemn them. That they would just do it like this. Well, they're acting like this. Well, they don't ever do it like that. And then we go round and round our head condemning them. And with God, there's no condemnation. That's another Bible verse. Look it up. There's no condemnation in Jesus Christ. There's no condemnation. That means he gets you. He sees you. He loves you. Same is true for your spouse. Same is true for your child. Same is true for that annoying coworker. God gets them, and he sees them, and he loves them. And he wants to get in there and show you how to love them and yourself with no condemnation. And be with them and be with yourself with no condemnation, with just peace, with just joy, with just strength, regardless of what's going on. And that's what your God is all about. He's about love. He's a good dad. He's a good dad that has walked this world, and what he wants for you is he wants to guide you and teach you and grow you and show you and teach you how to love everybody around you, because people be driving you crazy. Unforgiveness will be holding you back. Expectations of other people, what they're doing and what they're not doing, will drive you nuts. And on the opposite side of it, you looking at your own self with condemnation, you looking at your own self thinking, I should do this and I should do that, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, I need to fix this, it will drive you nuts. You're never going to be perfect. The people in your life are never going to be perfect. But God, your Father gets in there and he helps walk it out. He helps you walk it out so patiently while he's sitting there with you in that pain and that confusion and that darkness, and he feeds truth into you. And that's what this word, that's what this confusing Holy Bible does. Puts the word in, starts getting in your brain, starts trickling down to your heart, starts coming out of your soul, and it starts changing your life with the power of Jesus. And I know it's crazy, you guys. I haven't always been a believer. I can't help it. I wouldn't be on here calling to everybody I know, saying, come and see. Come and see. Come and taste that he is good. Read his word with no expectation. Get into the New Testament first. No expectation. I can tell you right now, 3 or 4 years I tried to pick up this Bible and I went, this is madness. This is ridiculous. I'm not reading this. It made me believe in God even less, to tell you the honest to God truth. I just couldn't wrap my brain around it. But if you stay faithful to him, and just with no expectation, no hope on when he's going to show up and how he's going to show up, and no expectation of your own self, of what you should know and what you should understand, you just do it. Just do it. Like you get out of bed and you brush your teeth every day, hopefully, because you don't want your breath to stink. You do that because you know it's good for you. Just get in this word every day with no expectation, because you know it's good for you. And just wait and see how your Father, your Creator, starts slowly, patiently, lovingly, gracefully, no guilt. If you're guilty about something, if you're feeling bad and guilty and worthless about something, that's not from God. Sit with him in that. Go, I feel like this, and he's going to go, don't trust your feelings. I'm not saying that about you. I know how hard this life is. He says, I know how hard it is. I'm sorry you feel like that. That's what God does. God's compassionate. God is like the best friend you could ever have. So when you're sitting there beating your own self up about something, he's going, I know it's hard, but let's get in this word and let me tell you some other truths to try to shine some light in that hard stuff. And when you're beating down everybody else, my husband, he's this and that and the other thing, God, change my husband. My wife, she's this, that, and the other thing, God, change my wife. Whatever it is, God goes, hey, I know that her life or his life, it's been hard. I got some scars. I got some things that we're still working through. I'm working through it with them. So come to me and let me teach you how to show grace and mercy to them. God is good. He's good. And if you want a life full of love, peace, strength, and wisdom, and it's slow. Life is still life. Okay? People are still people. Work is still work. Relationships are still relationship. Thoughts are still thoughts. Those are never going to go away. But if you want a life where you can start like rising above those, walking in truth and peace and joy, it's Jesus. He ain't lying, man. He is the truth. He is the way. He is the light, and he is the life. And a lot of people want all these blessings, but they don't want to do the work to get the blessings, right? If you want to have good breath, you got to brush your teeth. You can't sit there and stare at a toothbrush and toothpaste and go, I think just by looking at that, I'm going to have good breath. No, you got to brush your teeth. If you want to have the love of Christ in your heart, and the truth and the wisdom and the discernment, the strength and the peace and the joy, if you want that in your life, just stare at it. Pick it up. Read it. New Testament first. Reach out if you have any questions or anything. I know how hard this journey is. I know how confusing it is. I know how tricky it is. I know how hard the waiting is. I know how hard the silence is. I know how hard trying to figure it out. But God is a good, patient, loving God, and you can't miss God. But right now, chances are you got some You got some blinders on, and all you see is all the burdens in your life and the pains in your life and the frustrations in your life towards other people and towards your own self. Chances are those are the only things you're seeing right now. And if that's the case, then you have to feed something different inside of there to open up your eyes to see what God has for you. Okay, that's my spiel. Happy day to you. Be blessed.